Let's Talk,
Good
Season
evening,
2.
all respected judges and dear audience. I am Shada Sifia, a student of Class 8A at Apsara Public School residing at Melbourne. My aspiration is to become a CEO in an international company. I come from a family of 8 members, including my parents, siblings, and grandmother. My father, Abdurrahman, is a businessman based in Dubai. My mother, Aishat Rizvia, is a homemaker. I have 4 sisters, 3 elder and 1 younger. My hobbies include listening to music and reading books. Participating in APX Talk Season 2 has been an incredible journey for me. Reaching the grand finale is a significant achievement, and I am proud of overcoming my stage fear through this experience. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who supported me throughout this journey.
If you don't think it's safe, it probably isn't. Good evening, dear ladies and gentlemen. I am Shada Sifia from Class 8A, studying in Apsara Public School. Today, I want to discuss a critical issue that affects us all: public safety and crime prevention. Safety should never be a priority. It should be a precondition. Safety is a foundation of a prosperous and thriving community. It is not an intellectual exercise. Safety is truly a matter of life and death. The sum and quality of our individual contribution to the management of safety determines whether the colleagues we work with live or die. However, crime continues to threaten our well-being. According to the FBI, there were over 2.5 million reported violent crimes in the US last year. Crime affects not just individuals, but entire community. It's time for us to take action. So, what can we do? As member of this community, we have a shared responsibility to ensure that our neighbors, streets, and public places are safe and secure for everyone. Public safety is not just a responsibility of law enforcement. It is a collective effort that requires the active participation of each and every one of us. By working together, we can create a safer, more just, more prosperous society. Crime prevention starts with awareness. We must be mindful of our surroundings, look out for one another, and report suspicious activity to the authorities. We must also take steps to secure our homes, businesses, and personal property. But crime prevention goes beyond just individual action. We must also address the root causes of crime, such as poverty, lack of education, and unemployment. By investing in our community, providing opportunity for economic mobility, and supporting social programs, we can reduce the likelihood of crime. Additionally, we must work to build trust between the law enforcement and the community they serve. This means promoting transparency, accountability, and community policing. When law enforcement and the community work together, we can create a safer, more just society. There are many ways we can work together to prevent crime and improve public safety, such as neighborhood watch program, community-based initiatives, youth programs and mentorship, and support for victims of crime. We must also recognize the importance of mental health in substance abuse treatment. By providing access to these services, we can address underlying issues that may contribute to criminal behavior. I would say that our country, India, is not safe for women. The main reason why I say it is because of rape. In our country, India, every 15 minutes, a woman is violated. The pain and suffering faced by the victim left behind mental trauma. Rape is not just a personal issue. It's a societal program. It's a reflection of our collective failure to ensure women's safety and equality. We must work together to create a culture of respect and empathy. Educate children about consent and boundaries. encourage open conversation about sexual violence, support survivors, and ensure justice. Rape is not just a personal issue. It's a human issue. It's about men who stop behaving like human beings and start behaving like animals. We must protect our sisters, and for that, we must work together. Luck is not in your hand, but decision is in your hand. Luck can't make your decision, but decision can make luck. Let's break the silence. Let's stand together. Let's create a safer India for all. Now, let me share an incident with you. On August 9th, a 31-year-old trainee doctor was found dead in a seminar room. News reports said she had fallen asleep in the classroom after a grueling 36-hour shift because there were no designated rest areas for staff. The autopsy showed her body bore severe injuries, including fracture, suggesting a brutal assault. A male hospital volunteer worker has been arrested. India has laws such as POSH Act to address violence against women and to protect them from sexual harassment in the workplace. The law against rape and sexual abuse were strengthened after a 2012 gang rape murder in Delhi sparked a nationwide protest. However, the authorities have failed to effectively enforce law or ensure complaint committee tackles sexual harassment in both the formal and informal sector. Meanwhile, the West Bengal State Chief Minister has demanded the hanging of guilty by August 18th. Imposing the death penalty may have a popular appeal after such a horrific crime, but it won't protect girls and women from abuse and violence. That requires a systemic reform, including a better enforcement of law and protection in public places as well as in workplace and in institutions. Human Rights Watch opposes all use of death penalty. Women and girls in India have the right to live and work without fear for their safety and to do so with dignity. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Don't lock all your daughters up. Tell all your sons to behave properly. Last but not least, focus on improving yourself, not proving yourself. If you knew how quickly people forget the dead, you would stop living to impress people. Lastly, opportunities don't happen. You create them. Once again, this is Shada Sifia signing off. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.